The following program is a presentation of Jez Sports.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back straight away. You've joined us again for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, night number 2. Yep, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. My name's Dan. I'm the champion. That's Jez. How you doing, Jez?
I'm doing all right.
Minutes that we last saw you.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, you know, you may have taken a break in between podcasts. You may have not enjoyed night 1 of WrestleMania and thought, no, I won't bother with that one, and I'll just come straight into night 2. So, you know, I will share how I am, and the answer is okay. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Yes, we are doing night 2. It follows night 1 because that's how numbers work. For those that tune in for mostly, I don't math very well, so who knows. For those that follow this show for the predictions and the competition for the prediction championship, you should know that coming into night 2, the current score is Jez 6, Dan 7, and overall, if I remember where I put my notepad on the floor, obviously, we came into WrestleMania with a score of 73 to me and 74 to Dan. So, still very much up for grabs, but I've got 2 to make up now in night 2.
Up this.
Yeah.
Something you've never held.
I've never held that. No, I've held the other one, but
You've held
the old one.
Which is actually sat over there.
Yeah, but not that
this
one.
New one.
Yeah, it's you know,
How
not
long
to
has
segue.
it been?
Not that long. November, was it?
It was in November, yeah. So it's been about 6 months.
Yeah. And what I will say, though, is it took you 6 months to take photos of it. At least you got that done today, finally.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Not to derail us too much or to, you know, Dawkins, the Strowman Express.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it is the season, as they say, for not this season. Anyway, let's crack on. It is night 2 of WrestleMania, and there are several more matches to discuss. We enjoyed night 1, it's fair to say.
We did.
Will we enjoy night 2? Those are the questions. We'll answer them before the end of this show. Opening contest, for some reason. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Over to you, Dan.
No, I insist. You start.
No, really. I do think it is your turn. I'm pretty sure it's your turn.
No. I'm insisting it's you start here, Jeremy. I'm sure it's your turn.
Okay, well, it's going to take me a while to go through this long list of things that I have to say about this match. So,
well, we've got all night, so go on then.
Okay, the things I enjoyed.
Yes.
Giant Suplex City.
Yep.
All right, that's it. That's all I got.
Do you want to go on to the cons?
Okay. It wasn't really a thing enough to have any cons. It's just,
okay.
It happened.
Right. Well, that's that's basically all I got as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Should we just get on with the predictions and move on?
I think that's about where we are. Yeah. And I don't even like that, to be honest with you, because you went with Brock Lesnar. And I went with Omos because, I thought that Brock Lesnar was on his way out, and apparently, perhaps the rumors of a merger with UFC managed to get Brock Lesnar back on board or something. I don't know. Maybe Vince rubbed his mustache on him and talked sweet nothings to him and got him to hang around. Yeah. But yes, as your Gurn correctly identified, you are on 8, and I'll stay. I don't even know what that is. I'll stay over here on 6 without making whatever noise that was. Well, you know, I feel like I've stifled you a little bit here, Dan. Are you sure there's nothing else you want to say about this match?
No, honestly, you've done it proud.
Okay, right. Next, women's WrestleMania Showcase, not a fatal four-way tag team match. See previous episode for rant about it not being a fatal four-way tag team match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi, a team that dubbed themselves the Black Hearts.
Yeah.
But that didn't carry on to television. Versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Who are probably my favourite team in this match because they're just ridiculous and Karen-y and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that the actual tag team won this?
It's crazy and it's almost like somebody predicted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that, isn't it?
It is funny how, you are in a proper tag team and you actually win the match. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we'll get that out of the way. That gave us a point each. Takes me to 7. Takes you to 9. Good, no horrible noise this time.
Oh, I feel a perfect 10 coming on.
So you made me go first in the last one. Now it's your turn, sucker. What did you think of this one?
Yeah.
It wasn't the same caliber as the men's not a fatal four-way tag team match, was it?
No.
Let's be honest. No. I have here for the first time in its entirety the phrase "match that happened."
Yeah.
It's not the first match that happened of the show, but it's the first time that I felt the need to write it down.
Yeah.
Do you have any pros?
Raquel throwing Liv.
Yeah, I've got that. Rodriguez powerbombing Liv Morgan out of the ring. Splat is how I have that written down.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was nothing of consequence that took place.
No.
Oh
the
dear.
ref didn't seem to give a damn.
No.
At all. Everyone's in the ring. They're just there, just like.
Well, it should be, Dan. It's a fatal four-way tag team match, but.
Yeah, but I mean, she's just like, yeah. They're here. They're here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll move on then, shall we?
Yes.
Next, we had Bobby Lashley coming out to struggle to lift up the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy, which was great for Bobby Lashley's image, wasn't it? To send him out there to not pick up something that, with the size of that guy, must have been a stupidly heavy trophy for him not to be able to lift it up.
Yeah, made of pure vibranium.
So yeah, that was a thing, and not only that, but it was thoroughly disappointing in that nothing happened. I was
highly expecting, like, him be there, do that, and then like the Bray Wyatt logo like flash up behind him or something like that, or Uncle Howdy just kind of appears behind him, or I would have loved that. I would have wet myself. But
literally anything, yeah. Obviously, we've no idea what's happening with Bray Wyatt and all of that.
I know that he's taking a bit of time away, isn't he, because of mental health problems, I think they
said.
That's
the thing. Some people are saying it's the mental health problems again. Some people have said he had some undisclosed illness. Nobody really knows. And he is a regular person at the end of the day, and he's entitled to his privacy. But also, at the same time, no, you're a public figure, and we should at least know whether we are ever going to see you again. Like, people are invested in you, man. Like, it's not fair to everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, as much as the mental health thing is super important, you also have to consider there are a great number of people who tie their own mental health into him and the product in general. And so if you're just left in the lurch, it's not good, man. It's not good. I don't like that. Even Bray Wyatt is having some time off. Don't have to explain it. Just something.
He's having time off.
Yeah. So Bray Wyatt is not here tonight and will not be here for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Fine. I'll take that. Fine. I don't need to know why. I just need to know that he's not going to be there when people are expecting him, because it's just not cool. But yeah, they literally had nothing. They had no opponent for him. No. There's also rumors of, Switchblade Jay White joining. This would be a great time for him to join. Just no, nothing. Not just struggling to lift a trophy. That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Right, great. Thanks for that. Pretty much epitomised the way that the night's going so far. 2 average matches and nothing happening.
Yeah.
Thank God for the next match. WWE Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. My turn, isn't it?
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed this match, but it's difficult really to pinpoint like a list of pros or anything. So I've got a very short list because it was just generally a fun match and it was really good to see. But it didn't really offer a lot of variety. It was just 3 guys beating the living hell out of each other, and it was great to take in. So the Chop War from Clash at the Castle just picked up where it left off and added a 3rd member. That was cool. The sharing by Drew and Sheamus of the 10 beats of the Bowrun, or however many it ended up being. Was it 12 beats of the Bowrun in the end that they shared together? And then it was 30 alone for some, or 29. Didn't quite get to 30 before Drew McIntyre collapsed.
No, it was 27.
Okay. Actually, I think you'll find it was 27.
I think you'll find... Even though they'd go, oh no, it was 29 and a half. No, it was 27.
Yeah, I made the cardinal error of listening to Michael Cole. We discussed that in the last episode, and that's on me, man.
See, I'm not the only one.
Shouldn't have done that. I enjoyed how long this went. It was a decent length of match. It went on for a long time. And con-wise, it would be remiss of me not to point out that this was a triple threat match. And that there were long periods without one of the guys in the ring. But really, in this one, it was a minor complaint.
In this instant, I don't think it was too bad.
No. At least whoever was laying outside the ring had just taken a huge beating from one or both of the others. So it was slightly more justifiable than just, oh no, I've hurt my nail. I'm going to lie outside the ring until you're ready for me to return to the match.
A bit like footballers, isn't it?
It is a bit.
Soccer players.
Soccer. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So, decent enough match. Anything to add?
No, you've summed it up beautifully.
Lovely. So, predictions. You went with Gunther, in case the maniacal laugh there wasn't obvious. So that takes you to 10 now. Yeah. That's 2 5s for those that can math. I went with Sheamus to win because, of course I did. He should have won. So that leaves me on 7.
Yeah.
Next.
Baby.
The Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair.
One person won.
Yes, well, I said that a lot on this show, to be honest. Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Bianca Belair retained. Over to you. What did you like?
I wasn't actually overly impressed by this.
No, it wasn't bad, but it was certainly just average. Not a match that happened, not a knockdown drag out, just
it was
fine.
Just kind of there.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Something happened that made me laugh.
Oh,
My dad walked into the room as Asuka was making her entrance, going down the ramp. My dad literally just went, "What the F is that?"
Did he think he was drunk? He's like, "Hang on, I just saw that person, and there's another one, and another one."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He just kind of stood there watching it while she did her whole entrance, just like,
what's in this tea? Honestly.
What the?
Yeah, fair enough.
It
was a cool entrance though. I quite liked it. It was basically Asuka's of WrestleMania past, and then Asuka now. So that was cool.
Yeah.
I like both the entrances actually. I like the dance troupe entrance for Bianca Belair. And something that you may not have picked up because you don't watch
what Triple H said.
Yeah, because you don't watch the press conferences.
I did see this part though.
Yeah, like man, anybody that didn't like the dance troupe entrance. I'm glad that I did because anybody that didn't like the dance troupe entrance, you'd be like, oh man, crap. What a horrible person I am. For those that don't know, the lead girl in the dance troupe that did the contortions and bending back on herself, her mother died the morning of WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah.
And what a trooper that kid is to just carry on. And
she gets a
absolutely
a good clap,
hats off to you. Much respect. I know that grown ass people that would not have been able to do that. No. So kudos to your mettle, young lady, and I hope you go far. Honestly, what a girl. Yeah. So that was cool. Great way to start. And then we got to the match, and it was fine. I liked Bianca muscling Asuka from the ring apron into a superplex. That was cool. Much what you expect from Bianca. She is hella strong. I liked the running blockbuster from Bianca Belair. That was slick. That just looked spot on. That was perfect. And I like that Bianca ducked the mist. Just dived out of the way of the mist. That was pretty cool. And I didn't dislike anything from the match other than the wrong person won.
I'm just so I'm done with Bianca Belair. I'm just done, man.
I don't know if maybe an audible was called with all of the thing with the dancer and the mum, and maybe it's it would make my day if Bianca Belair won. It's like, oh god, we can't.
No.
Okay, I guess Bianca's winning then.
Yeah, guys, you know that lovely script you wrote. Rip it up.
Yeah. So as a result, no change to our predictions because we thoroughly thought Asuka would win, and still now I'm like, she should have.
Yeah,
she really should have won. But oh well, she didn't, and we move on to the impromptu segment of night 2. We had it for night 1, and it was Pat McAfee, and for night 2 we had The Miz versus Shane McMahon
with his dodgy legs.
Yeah, I was really happy to see Shane McMahon.
I was a bit like, oh, okay.
Until I wasn't, because I was like, I was gutted, honestly. When he went down, and then the referee went to do the check, the squeeze my hand thing that the refs do, and he was like, no, I'm done. I'm like,
Oh, crap.
Right. And it was at this moment that I infinitely gained respect for Snoop Dogg, whom I don't really care for, frankly.
No.
I find him overrated, and I just don't really get Snoop Dogg. But massive kudos, because from nowhere, from nothing, called an audible and just took over this segment and saved it. Absolutely salvaged it from the brink of utter disaster, because I don't think the Miz really knew what to do in that moment either.
No, he was a bit
should we just go then? Is that it?
Yeah.
And
then Snoop was like,
no, I'm going to punch you in the face, and down you go. Yeah, and
hold my gold title.
Obviously, it wasn't the technical affair that you would hope for a WrestleMania match.
No,
and it was the Miz losing to yet another celebrity.
Yeah,
but kudos to Snoop Dogg. He really salvaged that, and without any help or prompting. It's good work. A little clap for you as well. Okay. Fair play. But yeah, gutted for Shane McMahon, because that could be the last McMahon appearance at a WrestleMania ever.
Yep.
Which is just a sad way for that family to fizzle out.
Yeah.
So that's 2 sad segments in a row. Can we make it a third? Oh wait, actually, probably. Hell in a Cell. Edge versus the Demon, Finn Balor.
Yeah.
This was not what I was expecting in the end of it.
No.
Let's go with the pros. Let's do the positives first. What did you like about it?
So I liked the standoff to begin with, and also the purple paint as well. Just so
Yeah. We called for purple in the Demon, and we had
And we
purple in
got
the Demon.
purple.
Would have
Yeah.
preferred it was exclusively purple
Yeah.
and black, but
Yeah.
I'll take what we got.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
I liked that they went straight to weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, screw it, let's go straight to weapons. Balor not really reacting to the chair shot.
Yeah, no
Love
selling it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trapping the Demon in the corner with the kendo sticks. Why not? Edge through the table that he set up.
Yeah, drop kick through it as well, very spectacularly, like that.
Balor just throwing chairs at Edge. Just why not?
Well, I can tell you why not, and I think he learned why not very soon after, but carry on.
Then the ladder to the face part, but
that was a pro as far as I was concerned, because it looked great. Unfortunately, there's a reason that it looked great.
Yeah.
It's because it hit him square in the bonds.
Yeah, and he had to give staples there and then. DDT off the ladder. That was great. Coup de grace off for sell, but through a table, missing Edge.
Yeah, that was like a pro and a con in one.
And then finish it off with a concerto.
Yes, I had all of those things that you listed. To kick off the cons, Brood Edge.
Brood Edge, yeah.
Did we need that? Like,
no.
He's just Edge, mate. Like, Brood is not his name; it's what he's doing. Yeah, he's just Edge. Just put Edge up there.
Just Edge.
Like, what is Brood Edge? Silly.
What's Brood Edge doing there?
My God, it's Brood Edge. Brood Edge off the top of the cell. Brood Edge. No, it's just Edge, mate. Brood Edge. What nonsense.
Brood Edge.
Next, they put this match on too early.
Yeah.
It was still light out, and that ruined a lot of the effects.
Yeah.
It needed to be dark.
Yes.
It's a demon. Demons don't come out in the day, mate. Like, sorry to let you know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't dark enough. And it's not like they didn't have time to push it later, because between this match and the next, there was about 20 minutes of filler. It was ridiculous. I actually fast-forwarded through it, and still I was bored. Like, ridiculous amount of filler after this.
Yeah.
So there was that. The coloured weapons? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that the cell was silver again, and it wasn't the red that they'd had. But then they're like, oh, we've painted the cell silver. Better get some red weapons for Edge and some purple weapons for Finn.
Yeah.
And the last one, I get it, I do. But stopping the match to stop the bleeding. Stop the match to check that Finn's okay. Absolutely. Like, make sure that he doesn't have a concussion and that he is, healthy enough to continue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Safety is important.
Yeah.
Did they need to stop the bleeding? No.
No,
that wasn't necessary. He wasn't going to bleed to the point that it was going to harm him. And if it was, the staples wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't get why in Hell in a Cell, in a brutal culmination of a rivalry, like, oh no, we better stop the bleeding, because you might see it. Through all that face paint that's the same colour as blood, you might see all the blood. Better stop that. What will the shareholders say?
Yeah.
It irked me. And I'm all for wrestler safety, I am.
Yes.
And checking that he was fine after taking a ladder square between the eyes. Yes, of course. But stopping the bleeding, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary. And it was a break in the action where they had to staple together a demon that, all demons need staples, obviously. It just completely ruined it for me.
Yeah.
It really did. And thoroughly disappointed. At least the right person won.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both went with Edge for the win.
Yeah.
Takes me to 8.
Please let this be the end of it.
Oh, it's got to be the end. It's got to be the end. For the love of God, it's got to be the end. Yeah, it takes me to 8. Takes you to 11. I say that rather deflatedly. What is this? An AEW event? Why are there so many matches?
I don't have 11 fingers.
Okay. I would give you a finger, but this is a family-friendly show, so...
Yeah, and we know you want to give me that finger.
Just imagine I did, and...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, there was a lot of filler. We had several adverts and the Hall of Fame thing. That was weird because they played Stacy Keibler's music and Rey Mysterio's music, and then didn't play anything for the Great Muta, and he just stood there looking sad. That was weird. Yeah. And then we had the main event. Eventually, the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
The Tribal Chief, the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
The Needle Mover, etc., Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
You go first.
Oh, that sounded interesting.
Yeah. Once I start, I'm like a Pringles packet. Once you pop, you can't stop. So you better go first.
So the lockup start, I quite like that. Yeah, a good lockup.
Old
good
school.
Go. Yes. Reigns being dominated in some of the parts.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes
like
was
that.
a formidable opponent.
Yeah.
Yes, there were several points where you're like, Cody could win this.
Yes. Using the ramp when going outside.
Yep.
Well, why not? Good. Yeah. There's a bit on there that I just kind of realised. Roman threatening the ref with a backhand.
Yeah. And the ref going,
Hey, just
don't.
goes like this, and he just goes, why not? Roman going through the announce table. Good.
Nice, yeah.
Good. The pedigree. Why not? Cody breaking the guillotine.
That's never happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that.
like, oh.
We're seeing something major here.
Yeah. Maybe Cody is going to win. But then we got the Usos.
I didn't mind the Usos and the Owens and Zayn coming out.
There was more.
Everything after that, really.
Yeah, Solo getting involved.
After being ejected, I liked it at the beginning.
Oh yes, I liked it at the beginning.
I thoroughly liked the referee's reaction to hearing the belt slap.
Yeah,
because the referee was just like,
he's there, just and slap, just.
Fuck, my spidey sense is tingling.
Yeah,
I hear cheating.
Yeah, so yeah. Now you go.
Let's get the pros out there first. You know,
go on, then.
I've got a few to add. Brody Huber or Brody Lee Jr. or -1 taking the weight belt from Cody. Honestly, if you can find anybody that looks at Cody Rhodes like either Brody Huber or Brandy Rhodes, stick a ring on them, because the way that those two just looked at Cody Rhodes with pure love and admiration was wow, absolutely incredible. So yeah, fair play. They love that dude, and more power to them. He's a nice guy. I like the piano symphony for Roman Reigns. You know, all of the members of the Shield that took part in WrestleMania had an orchestral entrance of some kind. You know, it's a slight little nod to their affiliation. I liked Paul Heyman's pep talk at ringside.
Yeah.
Like saying, you're the tribal chief. That could be anyone in there. Like, just so happens to be Cody Rhodes. You get in there and you beat his ass. Yeah. My tribal chief.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cole following it up with, Paul Heyman is worth every penny. Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's probably not paid enough because he just isn't.
No.
Other than that, everything that you said, yes, absolutely. The match overall was great.
Yes.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes. Right. Do you want to rant?
It's not so much a rant. It's I'm so conflicted and so annoyed and also so happy. It's so weird. So obviously, let's get it out there. We both went with Cody Rhodes for the win because it was literally the only logical conclusion to the last few months of story. Literally. I don't know how they are salvaging this, that Roman Reigns won, other than it's just another name on the list and we'll move on to the next name on the list and just take out more people.
Yeah.
But I'm not even mad at Roman winning. I'm not.
I'm actually surprisingly happy about Roman winning.
Like I love Roman Reigns.
I was straight there when I saw it, finger in the air, the one.
But it's just, I feel like you've wasted 4 months of my life.
Yeah.
Because if you were just going to have someone lose to Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania, why was Cody there at all? What was the point?
Yeah.
Why wasn't this Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Why didn't we have the Sami Zayn match at WrestleMania instead of at Elimination Chamber? Like, you could have flipped them round. And things would have been so much better. You could have had Cody Rhodes getting his first shot at the Undisputed Championship because he was impatient. He won the Royal Rumble and he's like, I can't wait till WrestleMania. I need to fulfill the prophecy now. I need to just get that done for my own sake. I need to be the champion now. Have it take place and just completely have it exactly the same as the Royal Rumble thing. But delay it a month, not have Kevin Owens involved at all, and have Sami Zayn be excommunicated from the bloodline because he refused to help Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes. Yeah. And then you have Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. He loses. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah.
But where does Cody Rhodes go from here? Like, I know, the story continues and, he keeps chasing the WWE title, but I fear that you have lost all of his momentum. You've lost the groundswell of support that you had for Cody Rhodes. And he will just now be another guy. When you had the opportunity to make him the top babyface of the company, the person that was going to carry WWE through the next couple of years, because as much as, Roman Reigns is great and does that at the moment, he doesn't want to be there all the time.
Yeah.
He's got other things that he wants to achieve, and how long are you going to keep him there to do it?
Yeah.
And now, if not Cody Rhodes, who is going to dethrone Roman Reigns? Who is there?
-1.
Yeah, well, you got to wait a few years for that, haven't you? And so, yeah, I'm not annoyed. I'm not, upset. I just don't understand any of it. And I just feel like you've wasted my time.
I feel like they are waiting to split the belts up before Cody gets the world heavyweight, because
they could have done that.
That's the one he wants.
But they could have done that, Dan. They could have said, Cody Rhodes, you have to choose what belt you go for. Okay, I'll go for the WWE title. Because if the important thing is the reign of Roman Reigns surpassing all of the others, then it's just the Universal title. And if the Universal title wasn't defended at WrestleMania, so be it. And it was just the WWE title. Cody wins it. Whatever. Great. Excellent. But I just don't understand where any of this is going now and who's going to beat him. No one's going to beat him. And Roman Reigns is taking more and more time away from WWE. I think we'll see him at Backlash because it's in Puerto Rico, and I'm not sure we see him again until SummerSlam after that.
Yeah.
It's... I just don't understand. And if you do the math, and that was too much for my brain, but my good friend Alex, Always Be Chatting, did the math in our conversation earlier, and the next reign up for grabs to surpass is Pedro Morales. It's not far off him, but basically, if they want to put him in the record books without having to do the full 8-year reign to beat San Martino, he's got to be champion until like SummerSlam next year.
Oh Christ!
He's got to get past WrestleMania next year, and then by SummerSlam it'll be like, okay, I can drop it now because I'm like the second longest reign in history or something. Yeah, something like that.
Well, something I will tell you is how happy I was that Roman Reigns won. You know the shirt he was wearing in the press conference?
Yeah.
I bought it.
I did like those shirts. What you may not appreciate is those shirts are based on the shirts that they give American sports teams when they win championships. So when you go into any major championship, like the Super Bowl is the prime example, they will have like full team amounts of T-shirts printed with X team Super Bowl champions, and I hope that they had both sets printed for everyone. Yeah, because that was cool. Because they all had them. There was a Bianca Belair one that she was wearing at the press conference.
There was a Rhea Ripley one. There was a Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens one.
Yeah, they wore that out when they got involved in the match. So they were cool. And I can't get one. It will remind me. And that's the thing, Roman Reigns winning was a crap end to a crap night 2, as far as I was concerned.
Oh dear.
It summed up the whole night. It's like, the wrong person won, and it was all a bit crap.
Yeah.
That was night 2 of WrestleMania.
Fair enough.
And when you contrast that with night 1 and all the hopes that you had, like, well, night 1 was great. What's night 2 going to deliver? And it delivered nothing. Absolutely nothing. Apart from the Intercontinental Championship match, it delivered 0. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I asked for opinions from the universe. I put out a message earlier about whether people wanted to give their thoughts on WrestleMania as a whole, and we had the following responses. I'll read a few of them out now. Can't do them all, obviously, but I will read the main ones that agree with me, because that's what I'm about. Alistair via Facebook. Night 1 was great. Night 2, with the exception of the Intercontinental title match, just didn't work for me. The matches seemed clunky and boring. As for the main event, it brought back memories of SummerSlam 1993, when the time was right to have Lex Luger beat Yokozuna for the belt, but they didn't, and Lex Luger lost all his momentum and never recovered, which I fear may be the case here for Cody, with all the hype for him to win at Mania, and with all the fans truly behind him. Like, who will beat Roman after this? I know people are saying it will be Jey, as in Jey Uso, to end Roman Reigns' title run, but I don't see him as a viable contender for the belt.
No.
I agree, and I don't think they would contemplate putting the belt on Jey Uso. I just don't.
No.
Matt via Twitter. Night 1 was great, and good to see the tag belts change after 600 plus days, but night 2 was shocking, apart from the Intercontinental Championship match. Boo Reigns and boo the writers. That main event outcome was expletive for the fans. Yeah. To be clear, I've said I'm just reading out the opinions that agree with me, but there wasn't anybody that was like, night 2 was great.
Yeah.
Nobody was into it.
No.
And on that note, we'll segue into our ratings of night 2, and then we'll get to predictions, shall we?
Yeah.
So Dan, on this day, still a Monday because we haven't changed the day. We're recording on the same day. I will ask you to give me a score for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, WrestleMania 39, Night 2. How many coloured weapons out of 5 would you give this one?
I'm going to give it my usual one of 2.5.
Nope. Too generous. Nope.
You're going to... Oh, what
Nope.
are you going for then?
I'm going to give it a 2. And even then, I think I'm being quite generous.
Oh.
Like, 2 is fair. And all of those 2 are the Intercontinental title match. There was no other redeeming thing about this at all.
Enough.
Nothing. What a waste of a great night 1. And the audacity of Triple H to say that the whole thing was wonderful in the press conference. I know he's not going to come out and say, yeah, night 2 was a bit crap, wasn't it? But still, like...
Can you imagine if he did?
Have a bit of realism about what's in front of you. Right. Anyway.
Shall we talk about this?
Oh, I was hoping you'd forgotten about that. Right. Yeah. So, to recap, we came into today with a score of Jez 59, Dan 58. We added in the shows that we haven't talked about yet from WrestleMania weekend, which was Impact, Ring of Honor, and NXT. That took the score to 73 to me and 74 to you. And then, I got to give it to you, you went on a bit of a tear in WrestleMania, and although you were leading, you kind of ran away with it. So with the score of WrestleMania ending, Jez 8, Dan 11, that brings the final score for our extended quarter, or half, if you will, because that's how 2 quarters come out, of Jez, 81, Dan, 85, and therefore, and still undisputed main event podcast world prediction champion, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard not to feel smug right now.
You know what, Dan? I'm just happy it wasn't a tie.
That's very true.
I made one guarantee, and that was we wouldn't tie. I didn't say I'd win. I just said we wouldn't tie. So
I think if it would have tied, you would have yeeted yourself out your window.
I might have done, yeah. Or we might have had to do like a lay call, cut the belt in half thing, because I wasn't rolling it over.
I'm not cutting this in half.
Or it would have been like, it would have to have been like not undisputed anymore. It would have been a world championship and a universal championship, and we'd have used the other one and turned it into like a hardcore title with a sledgehammer or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That would have been where we would end this show. However, news coming out of today that definitely merits discussion. And we reported it earlier on jazzsports.com. WWE has been sold by way of a merger with UFC. So the parent company who own UFC have bought WWE for all intents and purposes and are merging with UFC. I can't spell. I'm trying to bring up the information. The Endeavor Group have decided that they were going to merge UFC and WWE. So the Endeavor Group, as it stands, will cease to exist, and a new company that is a merged company of both of them, hitting my mic, will be created.
Yeah.
Not sure how long that's going to take, but the announcement is very much out there. Big press conference, press release from Endeavor, announced on WWE's social media. It's happening, and basically effective immediately, that is what they are going forward with. WWE has been sold. Where do we start? What do you think about this news?
Well, better than Saudi.
Yes.
I said that to you earlier.
Hands down, better than selling it to the Saudi holding group that have been buying up everything.
Yes. So I'm really not sure how to feel.
I'm there too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bit like, okay, yeah. What does this mean, really?
And I'm hoping it doesn't change very much.
Yeah.
Best case scenario,
Mm.
it just means that certain weekends are co-promoted as UFC and WWE events. You have a UFC event in an arena one night and a WWE event in the same arena the next night. They use all of the same staging and all that kind of stuff, and it just saves everyone money, basically. The juggernaut of the WWE production company, which has been touted this entire weekend as the best in the world, and it's very hard to argue that, just applied to UFC, and that all comes together. Cool.
Yeah.
That would be fine. If we start to see a blurring between the two, that is where we're going to end up with problems as far as I'm concerned, because WWE and UFC, it sounds obvious to say, but they're very, very different things. You cannot, even if you were to just have a card that was some UFC matches and some WWE matches, I'm not paying money to see any UFC. Sorry. It doesn't interest me in any way, shape or form. Likewise, a UFC fan, if they went to a UFC event and they had WWE matches on it, they'd be rightly irked as well and would not be happy with that. So I don't really know where this is going. I think many people, me included, will be watching Raw after WrestleMania tonight on bated breath to try and get some more information about what this means for the company. But I think we'll all be disappointed. I don't think this information will be forthcoming for a while yet.
Yeah.
The impact of this
apparently Triple H is coming out on Monday Night Raw tonight to say something. So whether it'll be about that, I don't know. Whether it's about the World Championships where they're going to split them up, because he's been very vocal that he wants to split them up, and apparently there's a new design for a world title that has rumoured to be appearing tonight on Raw.
It could just be a new title that keeps them both combined, a new singular belt. But yeah, I didn't stay up for WrestleMania. I was content to watch it the next day, but I'm mighty tempted to stay up for Raw and be disappointed when I get no information. Mighty tempted. But yeah, so obviously this is huge news. Huge news.
Yeah.
But we don't really know what it means, honestly. No. Just that there's a new company that owns UFC and WWE. Basically every major combat sport is now under Endeavor's roof.
I believe they're going to be calling the whole company TKO.
Oh, okay. Fine. It's a decent enough name. I should probably dig out my my share in WWE, because apparently it's about to go up exponentially. So there you go.
He's going to be minted, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't touched it in years, but the original share when I bought it, or was gifted it rather, in 2007, cost 40 Great British pounds.
Wow.
It's got to be worth over £100 now, right?
There you go.
Buy low, sell high, everyone. That's the advice. Just going to pretend I know anything about stock trading. I tuned into CNBC to watch the interview with Vince McMahon and what's the dude's name? Ariel Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor. Other than seeing Vince's mustache live and in colour, didn't really learn very much. So, yeah. Watch this space. I hope this isn't the beginning of the end of WWE as we know it. If they've got any sense, nothing will change, and Endeavor will make money from Triple H's booking. Although if it's anything like WrestleMania Night 2, they're in trouble anyway. And on that note, we will begin to close out. Any final thoughts about any of this?
No, you summed it all up beautifully, as you always do.
Thank you very much. I'll begin to play us out. Next episode, we will bring you highlights, snippets, the things we really liked and the things we really didn't like about the 3 shows from WrestleMania weekend that we have not covered, NXT and Ring of Honor and Impact. There's some good stuff there. There's some atrocious stuff there. No, we're not just talking about Rick Steiner. Until next time, I've been Jez.
I've been Dan, the champion.
This has been the Main Event Podcast. Someone smother him in his sleep. Good night.
Bye.